Hello and welcome finally to the Blue House Bull Session. Back here bowling with you every Friday as much as we can manage. I am your host, Jay Artist, joined as always by my co-host and best friend forever, Uber Fuzzy. Good to see you again. We skipped last week. What did we do last week? What did I have going? Con on the Cob was last week. That's why we were busy last week. Yes, I was selling candles.
And notebooks.
And notebooks. Not amazing sales, but Con on the Cob is always a fantastic show. I had entirely too much fun. I got to see so many of my favorite people. It was unreal. I loved it. Every minute of it. I do want to vent a little bit to the general audience, but also to you. You have the short version of it. Correct. Candles, plural. I did end up selling multiple. I ordered supplies from a local company who I am not going to name because I don't want this to come across as shaming. I'm actually pretty happy with them on the whole, but I had a rough experience this time. I placed an order for a local pickup that took longer than I anticipated, which led to me having less supplies than I'm used to. And you know, neurodivergence, I do everything in a hurry. I don't make candles unless I have a show in like 48 hours. And then I make, 144 of them all back to back, cursing at myself the whole time. I can't prepare any other way. That's just endemic to my nature. But my supplies, the show ran Thursday through Sunday. My supplies did not arrive until Friday while I was at the show. And I had to pick them up before the warehouse pickup closed at 3:30. But I was at the show.
Right.
So anyway, we did get everything sorted. I now have way too much in the way of candle supplies, and I have enough to cover me for the next show I have, which I believe is December. I need to verify that 100% for sure, but I think I'm not signed up for another show until December. But I have stuff to make candles again. And you know what?
Yay!
I let my domain expire. I'd let a handful of domains expire because reasons. And I managed to get that one back, so I will get the website back up and make candles so people will be able to buy candles online. If you're in my Discord, I'll throw the link in there, etc., etc. But yeah, I realized that. I know I'd done a lot of grousing about the website. I'd never had a way that I was happy with running the candle website. I need to fix that. I need to do something about that. Or I need to stop.
Only you knew some, web developer people that knew some design people, and they could probably
that's
say F
less
that
the
and
issue I have
Shopify.
with it. Yes, the issue I have with it is there are pieces of the back-end service I need to run another way, and those all cost money, and I'm already selling the candles at a loss on the website because I'm an idiot. So I need to reevaluate how that all works.
Yes.
That said, Con on the Cob was fantastic. Like I said, as it always is, I had way too much fun. I didn't end up getting a tattoo. Ashley came and worked a few days of the show with me, though. And she was absolutely in love with the whole process. So I know with her availability, I will have help, which goes a very, very long way.
I should have sent those tea lights with you.
Ooh, hey.
I have little flickering LED tea lights. I have a partial box of them from a friend of ours that is far away.
Yeah.
Left over from him from the cube
thing, yeah, the box things.
Yeah, I have the rest of the big candles that went with them.
I will have to remember that for next time.
I forgot I had them. I should have sent them for you, like 50 cents a piece. Come and take the box.
Yeah, that was good. What did you end up doing last weekend? Since I was completely incommunicado for 4 days there.
What did I do?
Anything fun?
I was supposed to... No. House stuff. Oh! Stuff.
Yeah.
I took down and moved many things.
I notice I'm seeing room in there.
Yeah. There's rapidly rapidly dissolving amount of stuff actually behind me,
Yeah.
and most of those shelves are going to go to your house, and
Nice.
most of this stuff is going to go on them because I don't know where else to put it.
Fair enough. Yeah, we should talk about that this weekend some. We'll handle that part offline. Tee hee tee hee. But yeah, yeah, it sounds good. Got to work with Jackson a little bit last night on a new project he's working on. I don't know how much I can and can't say about it, um, but he's he's writing a randomizer. I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that, and I know it's safe to say whenever he decides to start streaming with it, I am irrationally exuberant to see it. I am unreasonably excited for the debut of his new project. And he was kind enough to share the code with me. And I kind of sat over his shoulder last night as we got some more things working. It's neat. And it's always a lot of fun to work with him on stuff like this. Or just hang out and like see what's going on and all of that. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. I have a lot of fun with it. Aside from that, been playing a whole ton of Autenjo still, which I am still very very hooked on and still having a lot of fun with. You know, ever since I'm like, hey, I want Balatro but Mahjong, and then someone did it, and I'm like, yes, I don't need to do it now. Someone did it and they did it right. Also, thank you for covering that, my man Jackson. If you're not
What?
following him, follow him.
What the hell?
What the hell? What? You seem to
What
have a concern.
what do you see in chat?
Shout out was given to Jackson Perotti.
I see a purple box that says new introduction with a little stick figure with a hand raised and 7 p.m. and nothing.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
And
Maybe,
I see it both in the public view
and in the,
and also
yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. Maybe Twitch in general is just having issues of some sort today.
So is Citrix.
So is Microsoft.
Really?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Teams was having outages yesterday that continued into today.
Oh my god, it wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
Oh my god. Oh. I spent a huge chunk of yesterday trying to like diagnose my work computer while at work, while on the phones, while we were doing customer service appreciation week. And I'm like, what did I break? Because I just installed a bunch of software on my work computer that I maybe shouldn't have. And I thought maybe it was like backfiring and I was trying to fix it without going to IT because they were like, why is this installed? How did you install this? You shouldn't be able to do this. How did you get this installed? And I'm like, because your protection thing is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as I can physically put my hands on the computer, it's no longer your computer.
Yep. You, it's kind of like getting a dog and locking your doors. You can deter a burglar, but you sure as hell cannot stop one that is determined enough. That's not how that works. I
No,
get. Go ahead. I know where you're
he
headed.
made a deal. He made a deal. He's like, please don't do that. Especially don't tell anybody else how you did that. Please tell me how you did that.
I won't close it until I have to if you tell me what it is. If it's just you
Yeah.
that knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have I have I have I have issues where I am working with a similar thing in that we've been getting reports from customers using third-party penetration testing software about things we need to fix in our networky, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I don't have all those tools, and several of those tools have officially been blacklisted. We cannot use them. Like, I can't use Burp Suite or Postman or the other one, Fiddler. I have,
Is Fiddler still a thing?
I think so.
No.
But it's like, yeah, if you send this specially crafted request in this manner, by the way, we're taking away all the utilities to make it painless to send requests in a specific way.
We just started using Postman for a thing because they wanted to retire the dashboard for it because they wanted to retire this product, but they can't retire it until they get the new thing in place. But they realize they can take away the dashboard so they can disconnect the database from the old database. But if they just did that, it horribly breaks the interface. So they just got rid of the interface. By the way, the new interface is coming in February.
Yeah.
But the calls are still there. It's not really an API so much the thing that the web interface was posting to. And so they like, oh, we'll just craft you a Postman collection and you can just use that as a kind of a light interface.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interface like put in the values here and then take the values out of this column, put it into this request in the Postman collection and make that call and just do all the work by hand.
And it is technically accurate that yes, I absolutely there are ways I can build a utility to make these calls. But there exist tools when what you need to do is make a specially crafted call to a network endpoint a bunch of times and change the data so you can see what's going on. You know? And it's hobbling is what it is. Because first of all, I get bogus information about what I'm supposed to actually do. You know?
Yeah.
The description says if you make a regular request to this endpoint, this information happens. And it's like, okay, what's a regular request? Is there any sort of information? And you reach out and they say, well, you make an empty GET request like this one, and then it has a dump of the request and response. And it's like, oh, it's a post request with these headers. It's like, okay, first of all, that's not GET. Second of all, that's not empty.
Ooh, Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey, it's Postman before it turned to shit.
Yeah. But anyway,
Postman used to be good, yeah.
Like I'm there manually crafting requests in a purpose-built app so I can dump them one at a time, and it's tiring and frustrating.
I made a web page. As soon as I realized this was not a proper API and all it was what the old web interface was posting to,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all we have to do is post to this. Give me a minute with Notepad. And I threw together some basic HTML and some forms and hard coded the paths in. I'm like, okay, use the collection to get the token, get the authentication cookie, because I don't want to deal with that. Paste that in this box here. Put the ID here, the thing here, the thing here, the thing here. Because it's like one call needs boxes A and B, and the second call needs boxes A and C, and the third call needs B and D.
Yeah.
It's like a tax form, but it's like some combination of these things you need to send to different places. And I'm like, fill in these and then hit this button and this button and this button and this button. And all it does is build a payload and Ajax push, Ajax push, Ajax push.
Yeah.
And then go back to the collection, hit the finalize one because it needs your token to do a thing. And he's like, how did you just make that? And I'm like, I've been doing this longer than you've been alive.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
That's the thing is like there's no part of it I can't. There are just parts of it it takes a little bit longer to do. Not even that it's more difficult. Yes, it's a little bit more cognitive overhead or whatever, but it takes longer to do it. And if you want us to move quickly, we need to have access to the tools we use to move quickly.
Yeah.
Anywho,
I'm one bug away from just installing Charles proxy and uh not Charles. Yeah, Charles. Is it Charles? Yeah, Charles proxy. The teapot thing with
Yeah.
the Charles teapot, and just reverse engineering how one of the functions in our web app, like our actual product, works. Because like I want to do a thing and I want to do it repeatedly, but I'm too lazy to like do it another way. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna like make a specially crafted web page that I just inject into the page and have it do functions for me.
I'm
Yeah.
going to make you run interference for a second. I got to answer the door real quick. Be right
Mhm.
back.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it was a fun day. The thing is they didn't hire me to be a programmer. I am customer support, although I am level 3 very technical support, so I have a lot of lateral leeway to do things to make things happen. Like get it done, make the customer get back into doing their job. So I have all the access, and it is very crazy, and some days yeah, results matter. Like I may spend an hour on the phone with a person fixing one dumb bug, but you know what? Those are the people. It, I try not to go look into their account to see how big of a customer they are, because I really don't care. I don't care if you're a customer that only spends like $1,000 a month with us, or you're some company that spends, $100,000 a day with us. I don't care. Your problem is equally as important as anybody else's, and I will do my best to do what I can to fix it.
Due diligence.
Yeah,
The
I
role of
will
a
try.
support person is.
They're like, "Oh, this person's got ambassador support. Like, deal with their stuff first." And I'm like, "No,
I
like if you tell me otherwise, if it comes in through the urgent, secret backdoor thing, and they're like, hey, this needs to be taken care of, I will do that. But if they're in the queue,
They're
I
in the
don't
queue.
care. Your problem, yeah,
If
your
you are selling a different level of support, you should have an internal system to mark and indicate that. If I am given
they do,
orders to, well,
they
that's
do.
that's what I'm saying is if it goes in through those channels, you'll
Well,
approach
usually
it in the order dictated.
those people usually have like a dedicated analyst that like takes their stuff first, and then if they have to send it to us to like, hey, there's a thing that needs done, and even I don't have access to it, but you guys do. Can you like
Yeah.
push some other buttons? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
We need to do something like that. You've been telling me this forever, and I have agreed with you forever. I am now saying it out loud. We don't have any sort of support queue. We don't have any sort of public reporting aside from Discord, and it doesn't go anywhere unless one of us remembers to write it up.
Okay, I'll tell you the dumbest, easiest way to do this just to get started. You go make a Google Forms and you connect it to dump into a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
I, I,
And then
I yeah.
from there you can like ghetto Trello it, just move the rows
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
between the things and do it that way, because then you can use that as an incoming log. You can do calculations on date frequency
Mm-hmm.
and how long, and you can just leave a note like if this was addressed, or just like freeform, because it's Excel. You can just
Right.
put in uh oh yeah, we this is in this ticket number. Just dump a link to the ticket where we did file it, or known problem addressed in another ticket, even if you don't know it, or like
Yeah.
not actually our problem. Don't dig into this more. Just
Well,
very ad hoc.
it's kind of like you mentioned the problem someone was having with the cafe demo, which I did push the update to. It is
Okay.
now everything should be in sync. It is not the net new latest because we haven't added everything else yet. We still have the Q1
Right.
outstanding, but I think the Q1 should be good to go. We went back and adjusted that. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I
There was something else in one of those branches that we pushed out to beta, and then we pushed it out to production, but we never updated the demo
yeah, yeah,
because we couldn't the pipeline we had to update the demo was broken.
yeah,
Also, we need to find out if we need to figure out a better way to test on this on the Steam Deck.
yeah. That
I
we
may
do.
look. I may. Can you buy a used Steam Deck? Can
I'm
you like
pretty sure, yeah. They've got to
de-off
be
it and
selling
then
them.
like resell it?
I'm sure there's a way to do that. Yeah.
Because I wouldn't mind buying like a used one just
I
for doing testing. Like
I
I don't
really
care about
want
battery. I don't
one.
care if it's scratch. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, they go on sale during Steam sales because they just sell them through Steam.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. They would just sell them. They sell their hardware through Steam because guess what? They've got the pipeline to sell stuff.
I just wish I could quit manifesting emergency I need $500 for something else situations. But somehow I seem to generate them. I am a spawner for crises.
Speaking of which, I'll be streaming after this because I need money.
I am very excited to watch your stream. Are you going to be playing No Man's Sky?
I don't know if I'm actually gonna be streaming. I'm just
Well, we
I don't know.
should.
I might.
You should. I'll come throw some bits at you. Um, but yeah, if we approve the PR for the queue thing, and I merge that in, I'll get like everything synced up to demo so we can go through and verify it. And then there are one or two more things I'd like to talk to everyone about and see if we can get working. But then I'm actually good to say it's real. This is 1-0.
We should have a not a burn down. What's the thing where you just like you go through the backlog and like is anything else? Did any of these actually matter? Or can they wait? Like you
Yeah.
just like a quick
A
review,
backlog
like
refinement session. Yeah.
yeah, not a full backlog, like a backlog stand up basically.
Yeah.
Like
That's
a
that's
is
what
this
this is. We
does
go
this
through
merit?
one at a time and be like, eh, 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 eh. Yes, eh, like that.
Yeah,
Exactly. No, that is
oh
absolutely
man,
what we need to do in the very near future.
you know the cheapest Steam Deck is $400.
Yeah.
It's the LCD version, but if we only need it for testing, we don't need it for like serious gameplay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
I
Ooh,
have to look,
certified
but I think that would
certified
count.
refurbished. Oh, oh, we should watch the refurbished page because they have
Ooh.
like the 64 gig for like 280,
Yeah.
and that's like certified refurbished.
Yeah. That is definitely something to keep in mind.
Or Facebook or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need it for performance. Like we just need like
Every
does this we need it for
everything we
debugging.
write is tiny. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Everything we write is tiny and feeble. We don't tax hardware with the games we make. Mostly because
Yeah.
I'm still using a
Yeah.
potato. It has to run
Yeah.
on my machine for me to work on it.
It was this close. It was in my cart and I decided I did the responsible thing and didn't. I almost bought new RAM.
Ooh. Ooh.
They had a 64 gig kit of the not the fastest possible, but the fastest my board would support without overclocking
Yeah.
because I didn't want to overclock the RAM on this board because of very specific weird bug. But I found out with a firmware update, it'll do 6,200. I have 5,600 right now,
Yeah.
which I bought for a very specific reason when I bought the board. I don't remember why. I think it was like a firmware thing. It
Okay.
was something to keep it like in sync.
I want to answer that comment right there about I haven't had a desktop in over a decade. There is a phenomenon that people are starting to recognize now in millennials where
Hmm.
the use of your laptop or even tablet and the use of your phone are very
Yep.
distinct purposes. And for certain
Yep.
things, you have, whether or not you're able to do it on either device, you don't buy
Hmm.
plane tickets on your phone. You buy them on the real computer, which is where important things happen. I am elder
Yep.
enough of elder millennial that my desktop is where important things happen. My laptop is when I need a computer that goes places,
You need
and my phone is
that
a
you need a
whole third.
keyboard with.
And my phone is a
Yeah.
whole third device. Yeah,
Yep.
and I recognize this because I found myself installing Godot on my phone. I wanted to see something in a hurry. And it was not successful because I did not have a keyboard, but it would have been if I had a better way to input text.
Honestly, if they would just freaking allow some way to have like an alternate keyboard that had a freaking tab key so you could insert a fucking tab character on your phone, I
Yeah,
could do a significant amount of programming on my phone.
yeah.
I did before. I literally would like copy and I would copy the tab characters from a previous row to paste it, indent it a certain way to do something because
Yep.
I had to actually indent by tabs for a dumb reason. But like I just end up copying it. I'm like, if I could just have a virtual tab key on here, just I could do a lot on my not crazy like ooh, wow. Is that coming through?
Yes, yes, it is.
The purple?
It sure was the little IR thing from the face recognition. Yeah.
Oh wow, it actually
Yep.
oh wow, it lights up my face too. That's crazy. You know what that
Wild.
means? That camera doesn't have an IR filter on it.
Yep. Yep.
Oh no.
But yeah, I've given some consideration to get a tiny silly keyboard for my phone just in case because I don't take my laptop everywhere, but I don't go anywhere when you get right down to it. You know? So, point is, you can use Godot on the phone. You can also eat fistfuls of toilet paper. It's not gonna kill you, but you won't enjoy it very much. At least with the stock experience. But I did end up figuring out what I was trying to test, and it's one of those other projects that I've been posting recently that I've been bouncing back and forth between while I
Hmm.
not quite holding pattern on cafe, but sort of holding pattern on cafe.
There's so much I want to do to it, but at the same time, I know.
The problem is we haven't collectively agreed on these are the important things to do next.
Yeah.
And there are a handful of things that are still, I don't want to say contentious, but it's the closest I've got.
The stuff I want to do to it is in the Stardew Valley, No Man's Sky. Oh, look, yet more content. They just keep adding crap to it
Yeah,
after it's been done.
yeah,
Feature ads. They don't need to be in there for now for us to say it is launched.
yeah,
They don't need to hold it up because it's stable enough and it's things I can fuck with over time and I don't have the time to do it now. If I did, I could spend easily just a week. Like I would love to take like a week off of work and just spend 8 hours a day and just hardcore jam on some of these systems and I could get them out.
yeah,
But like as it is now, like I get maybe depending on how much sleep I want to give up 4 hours a day
yeah. That sounds familiar.
before I need to go to sleep. And that's including like eating and laundry and all of this mess.
Yeah,
not 4 hours on the computer, just 4 hours a day to spend at home doing stuff. And it's like that's why it's been super rare that I've been streaming lately. It's like that was a very rare day where I just could not do other stuff and I needed a break.
Yeah. No, very understandable. It is. It is. It
Yeah.
is. But yeah. The point is, we've only been saying it forever, but this time we mean it. Trademark. We are going to have our 1.0 launch soon. We are. We are.
Hmm.
Along with a couple new features that are already like being tested. We've shown off some of them, as a matter of fact.
Is there any benefit to launching? Okay, when a game comes out of early access, generally, does it go on sale?
Yes.
Okay. Does it do does it behoove us in any way to do that when there's already a Steam sale going on?
I don't think the difference would be big enough to make that an important factor.
Okay. So we don't need to like, hey, we'll do it during, Christmas
Yeah.
launch or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to see it happen specifically so that we can say it's launched because that gives us access to some of the other things we've been talking about doing that we can't do until we're out of early access anyway.
True.
So,
Well, the reason I say that is we are a food-based game and there is a pretty significant food-based holiday coming up.
that is true. That is true.
And do we potentially want to add, I know they're very seasonal foods, but do we want to add, depending on art assets, any new items that would
We'll
add some new
we'll discuss
November
that.
based food holidays?
We'll discuss that, and honestly, I think that's something we should talk about in the public Discord. By the way,
Yeah.
if you are at all interested in the games and stuff we work on, let me just drop my command in chat here and see if anyone's paying attention. Yes, you watching this right now can join the Hergel Discord and have some say in the direction that our games take. I hang out there all the time just shooting the breeze with people. I hang out in my own Discord as well, which I'll plug at the end of the show. But the Hergel Discord, if you're into any of our games, if you have ideas, if you have suggestions, if you have bug reports, if you just want to come in and see what's going on, do it there. Absolutely. Do it there. Besides, there's even a whole channel. There's a role you can grant yourself that tells you when someone is going live and playing on Twitch, which may be how we know when people are playing on Twitch so we can go mess with them.
So I've got bookmarks. I've got one of those like full page bookmark extensions that takes over your start page.
Yeah.
I think it's called like speed dial or something. I changed my Twitch bookmark to be the
The
Let's Cafe
directory page?
category.
Yeah.
Yes. So whenever I go to Twitch, that's where I start just in case somebody's there.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of new people playing it too recently. I was really, really pleased and impressed with that.
Yeah. I took some of the cards from the show and I left them on my desk at work. And I left them face up with the artist, like, oh, what's this? And my lead that sits behind me, he's like, oh, does your game work on Steam Deck? And I'm like, it does, but I think the demo is broken because one of our devs was like trying to fix it and it wasn't working entirely, but I'll get it updated because I think it's fixed, just we didn't push it to the demo because we don't like breaking that if we don't have to. Which is why that. And then my boss was mentioning, we were talking about video games. She says, oh yeah, she likes, she's like cozy games. And we were talking, Animal Crossing and stuff like that. And, Stardew Valley. I'm like, and then she mentioned, what's the one cooking game there? uncooked, upcooked.
Yeah, yeah.
What the hell is it?
Overcooked.
Overcooked. And she's like, yeah, but that's like too friendly. I like cozy games. I'm like, you like
Boy,
cozy games
howdy.
that involve cooking? And I just reached over and took one of the cards and slid it over to me, turned it over, and then handed it to her.
QR code
And
first, yeah.
I'm like, there's a demo on Steam. If you like it and you want it, I'll give you a code. You don't have to buy it. Just tell a friend about it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. By the way, remind me if you need more of those. What do we want for
I
our
actually don't have any.
pins? What do we want for our pins? I want to do enamel pins. If we had to pick a number one priority, what do we want to do for our pin?
Our pin?
Yeah. If I want to do a Let's Cafe enamel pin, there are a few I would like to do ultimately. If we had to narrow it down to one, where would we start?
Oh.
Mayor Chicken. Everybody sees Mayor Chicken.
If we're doing just one Let's Cafe pin?
Yes. Or do we do the coffee mug with the Hergel logo that we use as the icon? Because that serves double duty as Hergel and also Let's Cafe.
Which I would like to point out is not actually in the game.
Correct. Correct. Although I am
Why isn't that a countertop decoration?
one line of code away from fixing that. It's not
Why
even a
isn't that
line
a
of code.
decoration?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to fix that today and put in a PR.
No, I know what we do. We were talking about having one of the badges, one of the
You
NPC
only get that
badges.
decoration if we.
Yes.
It's gross and I love it.
If it's Hergel tainted, it unlocks the
Yeah.
Hergel coffee cup you can put on your counter. That's
100%.
how we do that.
I love that. That is ingenious. That is absolutely ingenious. 100%. Okay. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. It'll take a little bit of finessing, but we can do that.
Either that or we just make that one of like the default like always unlocked countertop thing before you buy them.
Yeah.
Just so you have something to put on the counter to try that isn't any of the other ones because it's nice and nondescript and non-offensive to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Oh, okay. Here's the coffee cup that the icon. That's auto unlocked. So you have one to try out the decor system.
okay.
The Hergel tainted flag gives you the golden coffee cup.
Ooh. Ooh.
Still purple logo, just literally
gold washed. Yeah.
Gold wash and put the purple logo back on it.
I'm into it.
Do that. This way you're like, ooh, how'd you get that? It's like, oh, I got special visited.
Well, that's something that we talked about quite a bit that I really still want to add, and I'm comfortable talking about it here because nobody's going to see this that's going to be impacted by this. And if you're here, you already know we're thinking about. I still want to get scheduled visitors working and figure out how to handle that on the server.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have several major holidays coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I want a gingerbread man to come in if you're close to Crimbus. But only if you're playing when the gingerbread man comes in close to Crimbus. And I want to stop by everyone's cafe every hour on my birthday. Just to remind them that it is my birthday. You know, I like the fact that we can do things like that. I want to get the system in place to do that where it does not have to be a manual thing.
Yeah.
But we have all the back end to do that aside from how do we organize it and put it on the schedule.
Inside baseball for a second here.
Yeah.
Does the web interface for that thing actually do any of the work, or is it just a pretty interface deform the values to
It
shove to the
it
post.
happens somewhere else. So
Right. So as
yes.
long as something can post to that.
Yes.
So in theory, somebody who's got some time on their hands and access to what the post form is expecting could write a nice little executable interface that's slightly easier to do than the web interface.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Give that some thought. While you're doing that, we're going to take a few minute break because I just got a message that I need to go bring in some groceries. And it's about time for us to take a break anyway, even though we started an hour late because computers be computering. Anyway, we are going to take 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere unless you need to pee, in which case, please don't pee in your chair. We will be back with you in about 5. and welcome back to the Blue House Bull Session. We are back here bulling with you. It's still Friday. It's still October. I still am not having internet issues. I don't think I disconnected at all the whole time I was, the whole first half of the show. Once I got everything connected properly, it quit disconnecting every second or so. The notifications slowed down. That was mighty nice. My phone was literally blowing up with manage your mobile dashboard, etc., etc. Like every 3 seconds it'd make the noise. The noise, which you can tell because my hand is doing a thing. This is the noise it would make.
Well, you're one of the few people I still have the go live notification turned on for.
Yeah.
And I was also getting every single one of those.
I am so sorry.
It's so okay.
Sorry. I am so sorry to anybody else who got flooded by those.
It has happened before, and I think I got the notification because I'm a mod.
Yeah.
I think otherwise it debounces them. It only sends it out, I think every 2 hours.
Yeah. There's some kind of debounce in there by default.
Yeah, also because it costs them, in theory, money to send notifications out, which is kind of crazy. I mean, not really, but
speaking of Twitch and also notifications, if I may transition for a second here, I was notified of something interesting related to Twitch.
Oh?
Our good friend Super MC Gamer is officially a Twitch ambassador now.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm not 100% sure, but it's like they open ways for them to connect about how they've built their audience and their branding over the years, and it's like partner plus 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 or something like that. But yeah, I just saw his post. I am super hyped for my friend. I am unreasonably ecstatic to see that happen. Like, my guy deserves all the recognition in the world. He's the sweetest guy I've ever met. He does so much work with so many charities. He's fun. He's funny.
That's true.
You know,
that is true. I forget about that.
So I am celebrating Super MC Gamer's ambassadorship very, very strongly. If you're not already following him, let me give him a shout out too. /shout out Super MC Gamer. There we go. This guy. I love this guy.
I got the same thing.
Weird. Something's broken in your Twitch. Tee.
I have some Twitch extensions in my browser.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitch extensions, are we ever going to write a Twitch extension for Let's Cafe?
I thought about that because I was watching. There's a trio of streamers that I've watched for a long time.
Yeah.
It Me JP and Co Carnage and Ezekiel the Third.
Yeah.
And they do a roundtable gaming show called Dropped Frames. And it's gaming news, mostly gaming, but some tech, but mostly gaming because they're all gamers and they're Twitch gamers and stuff.
Yeah.
But they have a custom extension, and they have it over when they do their scene changes. It sends out a thing to the notification, and it knows which scene they're on.
Yeah.
And so it puts customized hover areas on the scene over, like when they have gameplay in the bottom and their heads are above. There's hover canvas sections with their card information.
Yeah.
And then when they're on the other one where they're on like the split thirds, kind of like ours.
Yeah.
It's like down below, but like it adapts to that, so it knows that. I thought about it. It kind of depends on what we end up, if we end up ever bringing back the web ordering thing, or we just want, I don't know. Actually, what would we have it do if we don't want to do like the web ordering?
It basically, I would stick with something like the web ordering and just maybe not do it through the website itself. but just have it happen
Mm.
through the extension. That's kind of my best guess is place an order, see how much money. The stuff you can do in chat that would be easier to see and do all at the same time from an extension. Like it
Or
gives
just
you,
link out to like the site and
yeah,
and the web menu and the shop if we ever fix that. And
yeah. But I
hmm,
would like to see something like that.
I mean, they're basically just little mini embedded web pages.
Oh man, it's terrible. That means we'd have to use a web technology to interface with our game. Tee hee, tee hee, tee hee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The big secret for folks not in the know is the game's actually written more or less as a website.
Mm-hmm.
It's dressed up to look like a program, but it started off running in a browser.
Much the same way that Minecraft originally did.
Yep.
And it was like in a browser, and then it got too big and it just couldn't be.
Delivered as an
We
applet
could.
anymore.
Well, that was because they got too. The applet got too big to send over the connection, and it would usually time out
Yeah.
because there was a Java timeout thing. To It just got too big, and also like they wanted to start selling it,
Yeah.
and you can't really sell it when it's just a Java applet.
Stop me if this sounds familiar. Yeah. No. 100%
Yeah.
I get it.
Um, that's why we kept the web page. We had a web demo because basically we just wrapped Electron. Like a lot of things, we wrapped Electron around it to make it a standalone app so we could shove it into Steam.
Yeah.
But there was just a minor difference in the build process that we'd build the demo version, which was just like less characters and less recipes, but basically the same. And we would still update that, but then we'd also have to start doing things to make sure like we could talk to Electron, so we could talk to Steam to do the interprocess thing, to do the Steam
Yeah.
API calls, to do like your achievements and stuff like that. And we had to make sure we correctly disabled those in the web version. And sometimes we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And there was things like full screen broke horribly if you tried to do it on the web version because it was trying to call the interprocess call to do full screen in the executable, which is not full screen in the browser. It did later because you call window.full screen or whatever the hell it is. But like we didn't do that.
Yeah.
So that's why we eventually got rid of.
The web-based
That's
demo
why
for
we
it.
have
Yeah.
the Steam demo. It's entirely so we could get rid of the web demo
Yeah.
entirely because it was just a nightmare for development. Which we didn't have to build it differently. We didn't have to wrap all a million different checks if this was a web version or Steam version, and if it was an Electron, because now it's always an Electron. There's
Yeah.
still a bunch of places that like, if Electron do this, and there's no else because
Yeah.
we just wouldn't do those things. Like if you're an Electron, we know you're in Steam, so we try to give you the Steam achievement. There's
Yep.
no else because we don't give you a Steam achievement in the web. We haven't removed those, so it's always doing true. And I pointed this out the other day, and I'm like, we only have Electron. We have 17 places we check if you're an Electron.
Yes. But then I shot back with something I discovered,
Yeah.
which is that if you're. Don't read into this, anybody. Don't read into this. If you're using Cordova to build it for Android, is
Yes.
Electron returns false, even though technically it could be considered true.
Well, we need to add that check for if you're on Steam
Yeah.
because
Because you
that'll be
definitely
different.
are not on Steam if you were on Android.
Yes. And also, we have to check if if Electron wrappers
Mm-hmm.
work correctly on the Mac build.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Because they may not. They should, because the electron forge should handle that.
Yeah.
But
But we do need to do that. And when we get that settled, we should put out the product and also the demo as Mac builds after we do some validation and verification on those.
I will set aside some time this weekend
Okay.
to do that.
Okay.
I have to do some work stuff. I should have done. I need to do it tonight, which was why I may not stream, because
Yeah.
there was a fire at work, not literally, but there was an event, and I'm still getting notifications about it. But I told them, like, I was on phones for 3.5 hours nonstop, and I am going to go take a break and go scream into the void, and then I'm going to get back to the operations people and be like, "You have all my information. I am signing off. Let these people know
Yeah.
when it goes. I've got the status page over there, and I'm watching it, and once I get the all clear, I have about 17 emails from very high priority people to get back to."
Yeah.
But it's like, watch our status page. We're working on it. I
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
My hands are still tied. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I dig it. I dig it.
I feel, go back from before, like, I feel bad in those cases. You know, I get the call, and then I see it's a transfer from another friend, like, "Hi, I'm here from other department." I'm like, before you even say anything, is it about Citrix? Is it about thing? And they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." I'm like, I can't do anything. Just tell them, we know we're working on it. Just chill. There are no workarounds. We will get back to you.
Yeah.
Watch the status page for updates. The operations people are working on it. And they're like, "Okay, can I let my team know?" I'm like, "Yes, please spread the word.
Yes.
Stop trying to transfer us. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
If it's something else, yeah, transfer it. I'll be here. I'm on phones."
But for
But
this
like, if
specific
it's on
problem, our
this,
hands are tied right now while something behind the scenes is behind the scenes.
yeah, smile and nod. If you need to get it off of your plate, you can transfer it into our queue, and we'll
Yeah.
go through and respond to people later, or just, mass close them and let everybody know with like some big copy and paste thing, like, we're aware of this, sorry, it should be fixed now, paste 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 paste, close close
Yeah.
close close, close.
Yeah.
But like, nothing we can do. But I feel bad because I like fixing problems. It's that dopamine hit of like, I made your day better. Yeah.
I know Citrix having issues. Who'd have thunk?
No,
But I
it's not
digress.
even Citrix. It's just, that's the head of the problem,
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you and chat are also old. You remember when Windows 95 wouldn't boot correctly, and it would show you, it's like, oh, like loading, not high mem. There was
The
that
other one,
one
yeah.
file, and it wasn't the problem in that. Just that was the less successful one. So everybody thought that was the problem, and it was some specific sys file. And you're like, no, if you see that message, it loaded successfully. It's the one after that that did not load, and that's why your computer stopped. It's like that. It's like Citrix is just the thing they were accessing when they hit the problem. It's not actually the problem.
Yeah.
Citrix says, I'm like, no, it's not.
I bought, you can't see because of the light. I
Oh my God. Did you get.
I wanted to try this Dubai style chocolate. I had to know. I keep seeing the name,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm less than influenced by that. But I picked it up and it said it was milk chocolate with Kadayif and pistachio. And I like pistachios. I think that's my new favorite thing.
Yeah.
It is unreasonably good, and I can't wait for it to stop being trendy so I can buy it at reasonable prices because I want more of this. I like pistachios a lot, and the
You know what I
Kadayif
realized?
they use in the filling.
I did not like grape flavored things for a very, very long time. I did not like grape candy. I did not like grape soda. I just did not like purple flavored things.
Yeah.
And then sometime recently I got fed something like, oh, this isn't too bad. It's not my like Coke. Like, it's not my jam, but in a pinch I'll drink it. The purple whatever the hell it is at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
is actually really good and I like it. I wouldn't drink it otherwise, but you know what? When I'm at Taco Bell, I'll get it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Baja Blast. It's like it's not a flavor I would pick up a bottle of, but if I'm there, I'll get it because it's different.
And it goes well with what they have.
Yeah.
Now, you know me and my feelings on too much lime, so Baja Blast is my jam. I will drink it bottled.
Yeah.
I would
Oh yeah.
drink
Oh
it lukewarm
yeah.
out of a dirty boot, but I've had that same feeling with a lot of their flavors recently. You know what I rediscovered while I was at Con on the Cob though? The vending machine right next to my booth had Code Red. They did not have Code Red Zero Sugar, which I do need to watch out for. It apparently does exist.
Yeah.
I just have never found it anywhere, which is frustrating because I got a full octane Code Red and I'm like, I forgot how much I like this. And I proceed to drink.
How much sugar's in regular full soda?
Yeah, well. Point is, I did definitely drink like 75 of them over the weekend. The 4-day weekend. But, Code Red is good. Code Red is very good, and I forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I need to add the Zero Sugar Code Red to my things to get grocery list because I enjoy it colossally. Man. And I got to see my favorite food truck. I got to see Stray Dog. They had the Snackrin food truck out. His DBA for the food truck is Snackrin right now. And I got my coney potato and it made me so happy. Oh my god, it made me so happy. I know I've had to justify that existing in Let's Cafe before. It is a baked potato, sliced and smashed, not completely, but, opened vigorously, with a hot dog, chili sauce, and cheese. It's a chili dog with the baked potato as the bun.
Oh. That sounds perfect.
It is. It's so good. And the Snackrin truck has them. Stray Dog has them. I love it. And he was there all weekend. So I got to see my man, Charlie Murphy, who runs Stray Dog. Not that Charlie Murphy. A Charlie Murphy.
Hey.
A Charlie Murphy who runs Stray Dog. I got to see him. I got to go bother him. I got to go get my coney potato thing. It's so good. And they do their own condiments, too. They do, like, in-house ketchup, in-house mustard, in-house hot sauce. Oh, man. Unbeatable. Unbeatable. I was so happy. It's what I like most about some of these events. When they have a good food truck selection.
I found out the cafe at work, they make their own mustard.
Ooh.
There was some entree they had the other day that I'm like, you know what? I am feeling just adventurous enough. I'm going to try that. And I'm like, oh, hey, the mustard was actually like really good. Like, what brand is that? And they're like, it's not. We make it ourselves. It's really not hard. We get its jar of like, not Cisco, but like ye old food distributor, just plain Jane mustard seeds and food processor and a few other things and just blend like hell. And then it turns into paste. And guess what? That's mustard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, we just make it ourselves. It's got mustard seed and a little bit of paprika. And he read off some stuff. It's like, it's basically the most generic mustard recipe ever. And it's normal off the food distributor truck ingredients. It's not anything special. And we just make it ourselves because we don't use a ton of mustard here. So it wasn't worth getting like containers of mustard.
Yeah.
It's like we make it in a batch, and if we get low, like by the hour, we just make more for it.
You keep sending me like little screenshots of what's available on the menu at work.
Yeah.
And that's not the size of the screenshot. That's how close I am to being like, here's $20. Bring me one of those on your way home. I have seen so many things you've sent me where I've been like, I want one of those. Can they give you one to go?
Oh,
Can you drop one off at my house on your way home from work?
the problem is the
Like the
cafe.
turkey pizza, turkey and gravy pizza or something?
Yeah.
I want that.
Um, the cafe closes. It opens at like 11, and I think it goes till 2.
Yeah. I know
And
I'd
sometimes
have
they
to
sell it.
reheat it. I know you'd have to like stash it in the fridge or whatever, but man,
It makes me almost, and it's decently cheap too. Like, there's honestly some days like I'll take a later lunch,
yeah.
like right before I have to go in the phones, and I'll eat then, and I'm still sated, and I don't eat dinner. Like, the meal I eat at work is the meal I have that day.
It was the same way when I was in the office. Like I really
Hmm.
like some of the stuff they had. You've come up to the office with me before to have food. They have. I thought you had.
Nope.
Well, we'll have to fix that one of these days. I'll actually go into the office one of these days and we'll get you lunch at the cafeteria. Their food is good. Their food is really good. It's one of the
I'll,
things I
I'll,
do miss about being in office.
we should do that one week. I'll find out what our visitor policy is, and I'll like bring you to the office just for lunch, and then we'll like another day we'll go
Yeah,
into your office.
100%. I would absolutely do that. I would absolutely do that.
I'll make sure it's a day my team lead is in the office because he worked at
Yeah,
your place.
yeah.
It's so
I'm
weird. He walks in wearing his hoodie
yeah.
with your logo on it, and I'm like, I know that logo. I know a bunch of that logo.
I have seen this before recently with someone I know. Yeah. No, that'll be cool. That'll be cool as heck. So I've showed many of the things privately that I'd been working on recently, and I keep flip flopping back and forth between them because none of them have quite hit it. Okay, Fish Digits has absolutely hit critical mass, but none of the rest of them have really hit like irreversible
Oh,
critical mass, if that makes any sense, you know?
oh man. My boss and her boss and the crazy IT person that you have been told
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
uh, and another person, they're all still on a call.
Oh goodness, this
They're all
really
still
is some
online on a Friday, and they're all still on a call,
grody.
which means they are actively war rooming this
Yeah,
problem, and there hasn't been an update in 2 hours, and oh man.
it's really tempting to tell you to like bomb in and just be like, "Hey, I just wanted to cheer you guys on and tell you it's okay. I hope you're doing all right. I
Well, I
hope."
was checking to see, if things were resolved, and nope, it's still degraded, and all the technical people I know are still online and still on a call. Oh boy, I was there at the beginning of a crisis.
This a good one. Not good for us, but good story. This good story. Yeah,
Oh, it's gonna be a hell of a Monday meeting.
yeah. No, I can imagine. I can imagine. I am hereby subscribing to you for further updates on this. I gotta know.
I have a question
Yeah.
that I wanted to propose to you and get on this forum here. What is your opinion on how descriptive an error message needs to be to the user?
It depends on a handful of things, but the best guideline I have for something like that is is the information you're going to show the user actionable by the user?
Generally, it depends. It depends.
Well, there's your kind of rule of thumb for it though is if it's not something the user can take action on, you don't have to show it to the user. Even if the action is relaying it to first line of support or something. But
Right.
if it's information that will help them resolve the problem one way or another, show them. If it's not anything they can do with the information, don't bother. There's a security concern as well to be considered in here. And this
Okay.
is we've talked a lot about like my day job recently where I've been going through third-party security recommendations on our software and stuff like that. You know, we get it in the customer's hands. The customer has a pen test run, and then they file a bug ticket with us because their testers of our software found it.
Right.
The specific instance I was talking about earlier was because they found a way to get a call to error out in a way that returned a stack trace,
Oh.
which
Yeah.
is
That's never good.
which is which is a common enough thing when you're working in .NET. You know, these things, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and we have a whole lot of stuff to go in and remove them. And we actually ran into an issue where we could not get what they described happening to happen, but there is a situation where it could have happened that doctor, it hurts when I do this. It's one of those.
Right.
If you are on the same local machine where the server is running and you make the request to the server, it will show you a stack trace because you're on that local machine. Specifically, you're an administrator. What is it Raymond Chen said? It rather involved being on this side of the airtight hatchway. If
Okay.
you are physically on that machine, it will show you a stack trace. If you are physically sitting in front of that machine, you'd better be an administrator.
Fair.
By default, it will give you that information in that case. We cannot confirm whether or not that's what happened, but that was the only way we were able to replicate the problem.
At my previous job at the Red Company,
Yeah,
we had this was a very, very old policy. There was certain I can't remember if it was specifically in the caching layer or if it was in the HTTP connection layer,
yeah,
but there was a place where a bug would happen and the connection would drop or it could not pull from cache or something. An error happened. And they figured out that if you display a page that says an error happened, people reported like, "Oh, I got an error." But in almost every case, it was just a temporary ephemeral thing that something just did not
yeah,
race condition, a million different things. And all they had to do was reload, just make the request again, and it was fine. It just in that one specific beam hit the electron wrong, it just didn't work.
yeah.
So what they decided to do was instead of displaying an error page, they just threw back nothing. They just caused a blank white page to go to the browser. They would return a 200 with no body, so it would just display a blank page. And everybody like, oh, that's weird. Let me just hit F5 and refresh, and then it would work fine. Because we couldn't do anything with the error message on the screen. It was just a random whatever thread trace, you know,
Yeah.
it was a useless error code. It wasn't even error code. It was just like the idea of the process number that happened to be running, which by the time that error was happening, that was gone and that's not logged anywhere.
Yeah.
So like that was useless information. So they just returned that. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff, and some of this is Citrix based, which is a lot of what my job revolves around because users. But it's like an error, something went wrong, or an error has occurred, or something. It's like this is like the generic something happened, and there's no other error message, like something went wrong, error 42.
Yeah.
Cool. Error 42 can mean something else. We can have an SOP on what to do with this or what logs to check, but it just says something has occurred and nothing else. They can't tell us an error code. We can't tell when it happened because, like, oh, it happened. Here's a screenshot from 6 hours ago. It's like, dude, unless I'm like actively on the call and I know your username and I have your dashboard open, that is long gone. We get thousands of connections a minute. That is, I'm like, unless I'm actively watching your username and your connection right away, I can't tell what happened. But an error code specifically would help in any way.
I have to
And
send
some of
something
our
in our internal Discord
and
real
some of
quick.
our software work is the same way. It throws these messages like an error has occurred or something went wrong or access denied. We literally tell customers, send us a screenshot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, but it says this. I'm like, no, no, I need a screenshot because 4 different systems also have the exact same error message, but I can tell by sight which one you're hitting it in
Yeah.
by the color of the buttons or what's behind it, whether you're in a Windows environment or you're on the web or you're on the version 5 on the web or version 7 on the web, or if you're in this other thing or you're in this other thing. Just tell it by if the buttons are rounded or if they're blue or green and they all have the same error message.
Yeah. They
And
all
they're
say
like,
the same
what? And
thing.
I'm
If you
like,
read it to me, I won't
yeah,
be able to get anything out of it. But if you let me
right.
see
Like,
it,
send me a picture. Dude said, he's like, okay, I'll send you a screenshot, replies back to the email, it loads, like, oh, you're this. Click, 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 click. This is your username, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, click, refresh. Okay, log back in now.
problem resolved. Yeah.
And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, there's 4 different things and they're in different systems that I can fix them in. And all they'd have to do is just like change one of those error messages to something else and we could fix their stuff quicker.
Yeah.
And I'm on this campaign to do this. And we got one of them changed
Good.
because it's not actually an access denied. It's access, error missing application or something because they just don't have an app permission. Dumb things in Okta, like, oh, if they have this app, that is their permission to get in because it gets assigned based on environment. It's a whole thing, which is like, I guess that's a way to do it.
Well, it's
But
one of those.
like,
I got to explain to Bean the other day why it is a security best practice to say username or password is invalid because they'd never stop to think about it. And when you explain it, it makes sense
yeah,
that in that context, there is information hidden from you. You know,
right.
you don't want to give someone guessing blindly proof that this
Right.
is a valid user. For
Right.
anyone who had not run into that before. Because then they will know, aha, this is a valid user. Now I just need to find a password for it. So
It,
I get that. I get that. But it's
part
a
of what
similar thing.
part of the problem today was something wasn't working. So authentication couldn't happen in the right way.
Yeah.
So the error that was getting returned was your password is expired. Because apparently I found out when this or any number of a large number of paths
It defaults
fail
back to that
authentications,
message.
it defaults to password is expired.
Ooh. Ooh.
Not password is invalid or cannot authenticate. It fails up to password is expired.
Interesting.
The thing is we deal with expired passwords on my team because some accounts do actually expire. And so we just like, okay, we'll unexpire them. We'll reset the timer on them, do that, do the thing and fix it. And that's why when we an hour into the fire, I'm like, hey, there's a lot of these happening. There's no way all these people. And then we got one that gave us a domain controller, something, something, something. And I'm like, hey, team, this is bad. Also, I'm getting 8 calls back to back of passwords expired. Who do I get this in front of? And they're like, go talk to ops people. And I'm like, hey, ops person, this is bad. He's like, oh shit, this is bad. Call me. I need information and I don't want to type it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And he's like, yeah. it's not actually expired. I'm like, oh fuck.
That is another problem. Yeah.
Well, Bungie was really good about this with Destiny.
Yeah.
There were different error codes. It would be like, you know, jittery wampus or tired wombat or something, and they were specific error codes that you could go with, not just error 47. It was like you got tired wombat. That was a unique thing you could go and look up.
Yeah.
You know, what I found out was that was actually two different things. All of the Wombat based codes were networking things. There were different Wombat ones where there was like connection was dropped or could not establish it, whether it was tired and it gave up, or if it was like asleep Wombat. Like there were different prefixes, but all of the Wombat codes were networking ones. All the user account ones were dog based, I want to say, but they were all themed like IKEA
Yeah.
products. So you could tell like, oh, it's a wombat. It's okay. You could narrow your search down, but they were all unique strings you could find because the numbers don't really matter.
Right.
And if they want to change the numbers, they can. But it would tell you a unique thing you could go and look up on their site and
You
see
had a
what the
way to
problem
reference
was.
it. Yeah.
And a lot of times it was like, look, if you're seeing this and you're looked it up this page, we already know it. It's already been reported. There's nothing you need to do. This is just that error code exists to get you here to tell you, yes, it's a networking problem. No, there's nothing to do. Just hold on or try again. If you see it a lot, just wait a little while. Cool, done. I don't need to report it. It has been reported. Some of them said, hey, if you're getting this, something's wrong. Please open a support ticket. You should almost never see this. Cool. But like you said, is it actionable or not? But it didn't matter because it's like you could go and look it up. It's like, here's your error code, look it up on the site.
Now, one important thing about this, related back to what you were just describing, is another key facet of your errors is if it ever comes down to it and you are able to make this differentiation, you shouldn't blah, 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 blah. Set aside all the standard warnings. Do not show inaccurate information. Prefer showing nothing to something inaccurate. If the error is not that your password expired, that is not what you should be saying under any circumstances.
That's a Windows problem.
I
It
I
does that.
I understand, but for for our internal edification, the rule is
Related articles: error code garbanzo, javelina, poulat, marmot, bean, okra, plum, scallion. That's what it was. If they were animals, it was one thing. If they were food based, they were another. But they were all like, oh, if this is all error code B, this error code can occur when players get into a state that begins the process of launching into activity with more than 6 people.
yeah.
Okay, cool. It
Also,
This
I
other one
need to
says,
steal
hey,
this.
if this issue present error code scallion, please try that. Please try that activity again and resume what you were doing when the issue occurred. If you encounter this again, please exit Destiny and relaunch the game. If the issue persists, please create a new help topic on the forum and let us know which error code you received and when, etc., etc., and how many times it happened. See, that one led to an like if you get this repeatedly, then go contact. Otherwise, just try again. These are great error pages. These are good examples of useful error codes that help the users and the support people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, very much so. Very much so. Yeah, I need
But
to
I deal
steal this
with
for other stuff I'm working on.
Citrix and Windows, and but it made me think about like some of the errors as we're fixing some of the Let's Cafe stuff with like the Twitch errors or the chat bot or something. Like we need to expose some of that bubble up. Like if it's not connecting, give some sort of error code. They can tell us, not just not it doesn't work.
Right.
It's like, okay, if you're getting, you know, error code Rosebud, it's the connection. Just disconnect and reconnect Twitch and it'll be fine. It's like it's an authentication thing. Or if it's this other thing, oh, go get a new, stream key from the website. It's something got out of sync, that's an easy enough thing. But give some useful, repeatable things that we can identify without doing a full debug trace on what your problem is.
Yeah.
Like I want to build out SOPs and run books for people at work for some of the stuff that we do repeatedly, because I'm finding out a lot of shit's not written down. And you know what I don't want to do? Have to remember everything.
Yeah, no fooling. No fooling.
I support 12 different apps in 6 different systems. I don't want to remember stuff. You know what I want to remember? The keywords to go look it up. That's it.
Just the stuff that
I
lives
want
in your short-term memory.
My
Yeah.
brain has to be full of foreign key references. That's it.
Yeah. That is
It's like
absolutely
it's like
the
all
way
of
to do it.
SQL.
Yep.
I don't need to know all of query magic in my head. I need to know the right words to go look it up to fix that thing, and then etch a sketch my brain and do something else with that space.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
Except now when I have to do weird, crazy debugging stuff in the database.
Boo.
We went, not an official company outing. It was someone in the support team like, hey, we should go out drinking like we used to. We went out to a winking lizard nearby. And they're like, you should come too. And I'm like, I don't like outdoors and people and not too much drinking. And they're like, come be social. I'm like, I don't like that either. So I went anyways. And I had a drink and I quietly sat there at the fire, just listening to the stories. And then someone said, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm in support. Like, oh yeah, what do you support? I'm like, this thing. Like, hey, I write that. And I'm like, it's your fault the code shit. And he's like, yeah, it is. What's wrong specifically? We had a moment. I'm like, what about this?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I have no idea. We've been trying to fix that for 5 years. We don't know what causes it. I'm like, I feel better now.
Good. It's not just me, and it's not that you don't care. Yeah. No, world's a difference.
And then I ran into somebody else. I'm like, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I'm the manager for these people. They do this. And I'm like, hey, do you know what this, like, where's this thing at in the database? Because your tables are all crazy named. Like, oh, it's in this, like, one weird table called, like, SRT or something. I mean, not any of the ones say called web reports. They're like, no, it's over here because it's a legacy thing and all the data's there and the index is there and you could, I'm like, I can figure out the joins. I just don't know where to start. Like, yeah, it's over here. I look today, there's all the information I need. And all because I was sitting around a fire with the right people
Yep.
that happen to be the people who actually set up those things. And like, yeah, we know all that. I'm like, give me a database map with details. Like, oh, you want one? We have one.
Yes. Yes, I would really like that. That would be immensely helpful.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, we have this massive chart. We've regenerated. We have a thing that dumps all the relation tables and it's this massive like SVG you scroll around. And I'm like, oh, did you do it with this tool? Because I have experience. Like, I'm like, yeah. They're like, yes. I'm like, just give me the raw UML.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want just the raw dump UML text. I'll generate my own tools around it. I just don't have to rebuild it out of the schema from the server. And like, oh yeah, we can send that over. I didn't know any of you guys would want that. I'm like, yes, because we have to go in and figure out that stuff for the users. Because they're like, where's my stuff? And I'm like, I don't know.
All right, I've let my chicken or fish mature for about an hour, so I think we might call it just a few minutes early so I can grab a bite to eat, because it has been a long day and I was not smart enough to do that earlier. You should probably take a break and feed yourself too, and water and all of that stuff. And everyone else watching, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Take your meds, drink your food, eat your water, go for a walk, do what you need to do. But I want to thank you all for hanging out with us on the Blue House Bull session today.
Pet your bird.
Don't forget to pet your bird. Don't forget. Should we add a Finch channel to the Discord? Speaking of which, let me plug the Discord again. I'll do that. If you like what we do, not just the Hergel stuff, come hang out with us here. I think we should make a Finch channel. Maybe we'll make a Finch channel. We'll see. But in any case, that's the best place to catch us outside of this. The best place to catch us inside of this will be next Friday, as far as I know. I don't think we have anything else going on, so we should be back next Friday, if not before. I'm going to take a minute and figure out who we're going to kick you over to, but thank you all so much for hanging out tonight, and we will catch you next time around on the Blue House Bull Session. Bye.